Welcome to the game of life, where the prize is your dream and the twist you don't always first try. Hi, I'm Yuen, an electrical engineering student, and if rejection were a contestant scorecard, well, I'd be a finalist. I have been told no, not yet, sorry, but more times than I can count. But what I learned is rejection is feedback from the world, but often from ourselves. One of the most painful rejection I've ever got was from something I really wanted. A scholarship I had prayed for, worked for, and honestly thought I deserved. I still remember the moment I opened the email. We regret to inform you. Boom! That was it. Para akong binuhusan ng malamig na tubig. But what I learned is this. Rejection isn't a direct no. It's a definite yes to something you never planned, but maybe exactly what you need. Back when I was still in senior high school, I was a consistent delegate of our school when it comes to academic competition, specifically in science. I've competed in solo research, impromptu research, STEMazing, science fairs, and quiz bees. As a self-proclaimed science girly, I naturally gravitated towards the logic, facts, and the truth-seeking of the scientific world. That passion eventually led me to choose electrical engineering as my field because I fell in love with physics, currents, and circuits. There's something magnetic about it. The way the energy flows, the way even invisible forces have structures and laws. Doon ko rin na-realize. Hindi lang pala emotion ng rejection, may physical side din siya. Sa electrical engineering, kahit maliit na signal, pwede na agad mag-trigger ng malaking reaction. At kapag nakablock ang circuit, hindi siya titigil magdaloy. Hahanap lang siya ng ibang daan. It's just like rejection. It may hurt, but it doesn't mean the end. It teaches us how to be more resilient. As I continue my journey in electrical engineering, I find out that science actually has a facts that support my opinion that rejection is redirection. Do you know about the catalyst, the law of conversion of energy? Those are two facts that supports that rejection is redirection. So number one, rejection is a catalyst. According to science or in electrical engineering, kahit maliit na signal sa transistor can trigger a big reaction like a large current flow. Parang tayo lang. Kahit na maliit na problema like being ignored or not getting chosen. Pero ang laki na ng epekto sa atin. Minsan, para lang tayong circuit na under pressure. But we shouldn't break. We should rewire and redirect our effort to something else. And the number two is, broken systems are reinforced. Sa electrical engineering, kapag may sira sa system, hindi agad sinusuko. Engineers diagnose it, fix it, and make it even stronger. That's what we should do. We should focus on those faulty components. We should focus on those things that bothers us. We fix that, and we became even more stronger. And the number three is my favorite. It says that energy is never wasted. Physics time, the law of conversion of energy, says that energy is not destroyed, only transferred and stored. It says that all your effort will become something great. All that effort, all that voltage will power the light that will make you the brightest. And then lastly, light needs the right current. Kahit gaano ka kagaling or katalented, pag hindi maganda ang environment nyo, you won't shine. Just like a light bulb na hindi umiilaw. Not because it's broken, but because the voltage and polarity is off. Minsan, hindi na ikaw ang problema. It's the system around you. You need the right current, the right setup, the right people. Once you have that, you will glow for real. Pero aminin natin, masakit talaga ma-reject. And that's valid. Hindi mo kailangan i-pass forward ang healing. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes we cry, sometimes we question ourselves. And you know what? That's okay. Rejection doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. It teaches you how to pause, how to breathe, how to feel, and most importantly, how to bounce back. It teaches us to look in the bigger picture. When I was coping up with my rejection, I have a lot of emotions in my mind. But the things that help me are just two things. These are the normal coping mechanism that we have in rejection. But first of all, Here I am talking about rejection. Here I am talking how I deal with my rejection. Here I am normalizing that it's okay to fall and be back on track. But did we really normalize rejection? Because we often view rejection as negative. Maybe because we don't have the right coping mechanism to deal with it. So I'm gonna share with you guys how I cope with my own rejection. In electrical engineering, COIL method refers to something else. But personally, I took that 4 letters, the COIL, came up with the 4-letter or 4-step coping mechanism. This is my version of a COIL method. C for check, O for observe, I for isolate, and L for load. Number 1, check your system. Tanungin mo ang sarili mo, okay lang ba ako? Ano bang nararamdaman ko ngayon? Awareness is always the first step. Let your emotions subside. Magalit ka, malungkot ka, maging masaya ka. And then number 2, observe. Don't judge your emotion. Step back. Emotions are data. Tinitingnan mo lang like a multimeter. Tinitingnan mo lang kung may motion or emotion. Kung wala, then that's another data. And the third one is how you make your action. Isolate the trigger. Ask yourself, ano ba talaga ang nag-cause ng short circuit ko? Was it a person? A failure? A word? Engineers don't fix the whole circuit. They find the faulty component and then they fix that faulty component. Dapat hanapin natin yung ugat and not the symptoms. And lastly, load. Redirect your energy. Do something. Make your bed. Send that one message that you want to send to that someone. Dance, sing. Most of the famous artists, painters, and musicians creates their greatest masterpiece with pains and sufferings. That is something we can do that aligns with our passion and at the same time soothe ourselves. Back to that scholarship. I didn't get it. I cried. I doubted myself. But months later, I found myself in a different opportunity. One I never saw coming. I got to represent my school, be part of an organization I'd never thought I'd be in, and have opportunities and doors open for me that I never thought would be open. That no became the reason I found my real yes. So if you're here today, carrying a rejection from a person, a plan, a dream, let this be your reminder. You are not your no's. You are not your failures. And you are not your missed shots. You are the person who gets to back up anyway. So if you're here today carrying a rejection, let this be your reminder that even if they say no, your story is still a yes. So if you're here today again carrying a rejection, let this be your reminder. You were built to carry light, not give up in the dark. Don't let anyone dim your light, as it always will be yours. Thank you.